Hey, welcome to RedIn30, where we make you red in 30 literally. I'm DM. I got the homies back with me again. Rodney, you here?
Peace.
What?
Peace.
What is that?
I think it's like peace in Arabic.
It sound like, EJ, you here? Boy, your face. I wish they could see your face, man. EJ, you here?
Spittle.
Spittle is where it's at. Hey, RedIn30 is 30-day reading of the gospel. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I'm trying to say this fast. This is part 2. We believe in the entire Bible. We believe the Bible is a story about who you and I are, but we believe the red words tell us who we are in the story. When I talk about the red words, I'm talking about the words of Jesus, the Christ. Always talking about the Jesus, truth, and you, all using
Red words.
red words. We back. This is part 2. Give me another miracle. Give me another one. What was the last one we talked about? The centurion?
Yeah.
Lazarus.
And Lazarus. And
La-
for,
yeah.
And for those of y'all who just tuning in and just checking it out, like I want you to understand. I want you to understand what I'm saying is practicality. You can do all your spiritual things and all your spiritual motions. You can pray in your tongues and do all the different things, but there's going to be something practical that has to be done.
Yep.
Not only is it practical, but it will be simple and it will be in your reach to do. But all we really need is the obedience of it. Give me something. What'd you say? Y'all said another one?
We got the pots, water pots.
Okay, water pots. Go fill, and I'm for the sake of not going to have to read the story and everything, go get them water pots. You know, the whole story, water to wine, right? Miracle. Okay, but the instruction is go fill the water pots. Is it out of the norm to fill water pots?
No, that's what they do every day.
What are water pots for?
Water.
Oh, water pots are for water. That's what they're for? Water pots, and he said those pots were for the cleansing, the purifying of the Jews. They will wash their hands. I guess I don't know what that really means, but cool.
Yeah.
Right? But it is not abnormal to fill water pots with water. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it abnormal to pour water out of water pots?
No.
Why? Because that's what you do with the water pots.
Do it every day.
You pour it out every day. Simple, right? It's an everyday action, right? But then the abnormal kicks in, which now is not water no more. It's
Wine.
But what starts this?
Practicality.
The practicality, I want it's the practicality of a thing, and it is in your reach.
It's in your reach.
It's in your reach, and you can do it. But don't say that nothing amazing is happening and get upset at amazing things happening elsewhere when you didn't do the practical thing.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know what the delusion also does? The delusion also makes you look for a delusional instruction. And now you become a weirdo. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You're looking for delusional instruction, and now you become a weirdo. Now, we just brought these things are practical. These are not this is not off the wall stuff. These things are practical, right? Give me one more. Give me another one. Give me another one. Come on, feed 5,000. Let's go. Let's go.
5,000.
Feed 5,000. All right. Ooh, wow. All right. Is it normal to eat?
Yes.
Is it normal to feed people?
Yes.
Okay. So even when you all right, let's get to the actual miracle, right? And how does it start? Like, well, I know the whole part about the 5 loaves and 2 fish because the lad here and he said 200 penny where we skipped all that, right?
Yeah.
But let's use our imagination. Let's go right to the beginning of the miracle. Right to the beginning of it. Right? We fast forward, he got the 5 loaves and 2 fish already now, right? With Jesus. Jesus he gives instructions.
Yeah.
He says, make the people sit down.
Yeah.
Is that abnormal?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so it's practical.
Yep.
So y'all need to sit down. Y'all sit down. Okay? You may be seated like doing church, right? All right. So now they put it in Jesus' hands. He lifts up, he gives thanks, right? And then he begins to do it.
Break bread.
They say break bread. They say he's breaking it, right? Is that abnormal?
Nope.
Is that non-practical?
Yep.
Because
That's what you do when you eat.
that's what you're doing. We can sit down and go somewhere and they call it, I'm about to break bread with you. Right? I mean, even, and that phrase comes from the actual time when they sat there they would have bread and they would break the bread and pass the bread around. I mean, that was the Last Supper was like that. Communion was like that. They would break. It all comes from the breaking of the bread. All right. So it is normal to break the fish and the bread. It's normal to when you come on, y'all. Thanksgiving come by. We the turkey on there. We cutting it. We passing it out. We cutting it and taking pieces of it or whatever it is you're doing. We're passing it out. We're getting portions. Is that abnormal? We do it all the time, right? But then the amazing thing kicks in, and for some reason it keeps coming. All we do is putting them on plates, though.
Right.
We putting it on plates. I don't know. I'm saying putting it on plates because I don't know if they had a bunch of plates like that. They probably didn't have 5,000, but they probably weren't prepared. However, they was passing it out.
Sandwich.
They passing it out, right?
People's eating.
And people was eating, and it kept coming.
Right.
They kept multiplying.
Right.
But the action that I'm doing is a normal practical action. I'm just breaking bread.
Yep.
Not calling it from heaven.
I'm not calling bread to fall down from heaven. I'm not asking for nothing else to come in. I'm just taking what I got and I'm breaking it.
Yep.
Let it preach.
Now, if I just take what I have and break it, maybe it'll multiply.
Yeah.
But I don't take what I have and break it because I'm looking for multiplication in a miracle.
Yep.
Y'all, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you. If I just take what I have and break it,
Right.
go in the normal course of what it is.
Yeah.
A seed, in the normal course of what it is, it multiplies and becomes something amazing.
Right.
And we don't know how.
Yep.
But we know to do the practical thing.
Yeah.
And he breaks it. He breaks it. And it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Then next thing you know, everybody's fed. Not only is everybody fed, this how much it kept going. You ready for this? This how much it kept going. It kept going so much to where at the end he had to gather up the fragments that none be lost. Now that's practical too.
Right.
See, people want over and above, but they don't want to gather the fragments.
Wow. Yeah.
Y'all, come on, y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, you don't want to gather the fragments, but it was breaking. It was doing so much over out of the practicality. It was doing so much over that you had way over than the food. Why didn't it just stop right when it? Oh, that's the 5,000 person. The 5,000. That's the 5,000 person. Stop the food.
Right.
It kept on coming, and then we gather up the fragments. And in one version, it was 12 baskets, so the disciples had 12 baskets to take. Another one, they just had baskets left over, and the little boys were able to take some extra home.
Imagine that though. Like I imagine it too. This is a lot of people. This is not just, you know what I'm saying. So imagine,
Bro, it says 5,000 men.
Yeah, and you got to go collect the rest of it. You got to go get the rest of it.
Y'all ever dealt with fish before? Mm-hmm. Y'all know fish don't smell all that good.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with all that.
Yeah.
The practical.
The little boy took what he had. He didn't have much, but he gave it up.
He gave what he had. The practical. He didn't have much, but he took what he had. Right? Mm-hmm. And the little that he had was given.
Yep.
But had he not given the little that he had, there would be not the basket's over.
Yep. Right.
That's fine.
Y'all say it with me. Say practical.
Practical.
It's very simple and it's in your reach, but the idea of super spirituality has you reaching somewhere else. Mm-hmm. You get it? I don't care what you say about the grace of God and what it covers.
Yeah.
You still have to do something.
Yep.
You're doing something all day long. Why we don't ever talk about the Holy Spirit? Told me how many times to wipe. No, I'm doing this for a reason. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this for a reason, and I know it can be whatever explicit. I'm doing this for a reason. Right. No, you have to look at that paper and make sure that paper is clean and that there's no more back there, and then you know you finished wiping.
Yep.
There's no inspiration. There's nothing there. No, you have to do something. when you wash your behind, you got to do something.
Yeah.
You got to do, and I'm using these things for a reason because all of a sudden we get to this thing. No, it's very practical.
Right.
Give me another. Can I give you one? Let me give you one Old Testament, the woman with the oil. We talked about her earlier.
Yeah.
There was specific instructions. He said, what you got now? I got a little bit of oil. All right, cool. Go borrow vessels from your neighbors. Is that out of the ordinary? No, because you borrow. Nope. All right, cool. And he said, take it in and start pouring. Now, the out of the ordinary happens when you pour to the end of that drop and there's more coming, but you have to do the practical first.
Right.
He tells Moses, what you got in your hand? He said, I got a rod. He said, okay, throw it down.
Yep.
Get it?
Yep.
He throws it down, it becomes a serpent. Moses jumped back, he's scared. Right? Probably we would too, depending on what kind of snake it is. Any kind of snake, we'd probably be like, oh, Lord, what is that? We never seen it before.
Right.
Then he says, then he says, grab it by the tail and pick it up, and it becomes a rod back in his hand, right? But you say, well, that was a miracle. That's exciting. Yeah, it is. After the practical thing, what's that in your hand? Mm-hmm. It's a rod. Throw it down. Is it abnormal to throw a rod down to the ground?
Right.
No, it's not. It's very practical. It's right in your hand. It's right in your reach to do.
Yep.
But I need you to do the simple thing that I told you to do and not be looking for this deep, extravagant conversation.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I'm gonna say it again. What delusional, deep, super spiritual, whatever conversation makes you think. Now you're looking for a delusional, deep, super spiritual instruction, and you're missing the real simple thing that he's telling you to do. The fish. I had two fish with Peter, right? Mm-hmm. Give me one of them. One of the miracles with Peter with the fish.
Fish with the money in his mouth.
Had the money in the mouth, right? Now he says he's having a very practical conversation about taxes. Right? It's not a
It's everyday thing.
It's a tax time come around, everybody paying taxes. It's not
Right.
sales tax. It's taxes. It is not a deep, well, no, he says, of whom do the kings take tribute or taxes? Of their children or of strangers? He said, of strangers. He said, okay, then the children are free. Nevertheless, let we offend them.
Right.
Go cast a hook. Right? And the first fish that comes up, you find a piece of money in the mouth. Take that money right there. You see how specific it is too. Accuracy. Take that money and go pay pay taxes for me and thee. He didn't say take that money and go pay my taxes.
Yep.
He said go pay taxes for me and.
Right.
But watch. I need you to go cast a hook. Now, if he doesn't go cast a hook, he didn't say you're gonna be walking by the water, and then by the Spirit of God, a fish is gonna jump out into your lap,
Right.
and the fish is gonna say, "Here, take some money," and spit it in. No, he didn't say none of that deep, over the top delusional stuff. He said, "Cast a hook."
Right.
Is that amazing to find the money in a fish mouth?
Right.
Yes, it's pretty amazing because we've never seen it, and it's pretty amazing because it's not the normal thing that happens,
right.
but it's not out of bounds with God.
Yep.
But I need to show you the line between the practical and the super spirit. I don't even want to call it that. What's the word we're gonna use? The miracle, the practical and the miracle. We're just gonna use the word miracle for now. I want to show you how connected your practicality is to your miracle.
Yep.
Y'all didn't hear it. Did y'all hear that? I want to show you how connected, how there's a direct line between your practical action and your miracle.
Yep.
That's beyond what you can do on your own.
Yep.
That's crazy, ain't it? It's a direct line. It's a direct connection between the two.
Right. Right.
And you can't have one without the other.
Nope.
Y'all get it?
Yep.
The Peter with the boat overflowing fish. You remember that?
Yep.
Let me use your boat. Simple. That's not really. He didn't use his boat to start laying hands on people. He just said, he's just speaking to people. It was a good platform.
That's how you expect the fresh.
That's how you expect the fresh. Say it. Tell me why.
Because you doing what you normally would do. So I'm trying to get.
No, I know what you're saying. I got it now. I didn't know. You're doing what you normally would do
with the expectation of something new.
Or something new. That's good. That's bars. You're doing what you normally would do with the expectation of something new. Now, you can't expect something new if you won't do what you normally do.
You can't go do new things that you never done before.
Yeah, if you haven't done the things. You want a new thing, but you never done the do thing.
Yeah.
Wait until you see what happens next, right? Like you trying to jump to the next thing and you haven't mastered the thing that you're in.
Right.
You hadn't mastered the simple thing.
I told you to be a fisherman.
One had two, one had five, according to their
talent.
Several abilities. Do we understand after the end of that parable why the one had one? We understand why he had one. We understand. That's what your several ability was.
Right.
We understand your ability was a one ability, and you had a chance to graduate to two. But now we understand why he only gave you one. When you're the people and like, wait, you only gave me one. That's not fair. They got two and I got one. It's not fair. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave you with that.
Yeah.
And when I come back, you're doing it now.
Yep.
This is exactly why you got one. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
He multiplied it. He multiplied it. What you did.
Right.
That's exactly why you got one.
Right.
Because you didn't do that practical thing. They're not efficient. Is that normal? Is that out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah.
Oh, the great multitude of fish. Hold on. What did Jesus tell him to do?
Go fish.
To launch out in the deep
Yep.
and let down your net for a draught. Now here's the practicality and to prove it. It's a very, very practical, simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
Peter answered and said, Master, we've toiled all night and taken nothing. In other words, we've been doing what you told us to do already. So it wasn't like you telling us to do something that is extraordinary or over the above or nothing. We've been doing exactly what you're telling us to do right now.
Yep.
We've been doing it all night and ain't took nothing.
Yep.
But at thy word,
Yep.
we let down there. He calls him master. That's not he already let the man use a boat. So he's already gonna go do what he told him to do. Listen, see, it's Peter. Peter had a divine. No, he didn't. All he did was listen to what the man told him to do.
Right.
Then he go let down the net. Is letting down the net abnormal?
Nope.
Why? Because you just said you did it all night.
Yep.
You're doing it every day. It's your everyday action.
He's a fisherman.
You're a fisherman. So it's your everyday action. You're already in that motion already.
Yep.
And you let down the net. But here we go now. You enclose a great multitude. And you got to call your partners over in the boat sink.
Yeah.
And the net break. But the net break, but the fish stayed.
Right.
You get it? But what starts this?
Yep.
Practicality. Yep. So a lot of times we need to, and I'm not blaming anybody. I'm blaming the microcosm of voices and understanding and teachers or whatever that have taught you that your breakthrough is going to come without you being through with taking a break. That's good, huh?
Yeah.
Before you get a breakthrough, you got to be through with taking breaks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Favor is above is like over and above what you should have got, right? But what you got? How can you be over and above something if you don't have something already? You get it? Favor bringing you back to equilibrium, or bringing you out of the negative 15 to 0. That's not favor.
No.
Nope.
That's mercy.
Yeah.
That's not favor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Favor is when I've done everything that I know to do and I really fulfilled the instructions.
Yep.
And then I've done the practical instruction that was in my ability to do.
Yep.
When I've done that, then it yields something else over what it probably should have normally yielded. That's what we call favor. But I'm gonna tell you something about favor either. I'm gonna tell you about favor. Can I tell you something about favor?
Yeah, go ahead.
God don't be talking about favor. He don't see it the way that we see it. He sees that this is supposed to happen. This is actually the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
But you think it's special and you want to give a testimony.
Right.
Or you want somebody to believe that you have some kind of special ability to do something. No, it's very practical. And if everybody would calm down and do the thing that's right in front of them.
Yep. Yep.
Even in delivering, like quote unquote delivering people, or talking to people about their lives, and identity issues. We don't deal with the practical. We go everywhere else in all spirituality and don't deal with the practical step that's right in front of us.
Yep.
Some of us are praying, talking about, Lord, save my kids, but you didn't do the practical thing and didn't. I had to turn the TV off. I didn't do it. And the kid did. She called me. She said we was watching the show. You know what I'm saying? And on the show's pretty good. You know, and then she said I watched the next episode. You're gonna be mad. I say why? She said because you know what they threw in there, and it's just like they be throwing gay stuff in there all day long. It's just like they throw it in there on purpose to try to push an agenda, right?
Right.
She said you'd have been mad, and I was like, man. She was like, and I'm glad. She said I turned it off. I'm glad. Shanice was sleeping, so she didn't have to see it.
Yeah.
So it is very practical. I just don't let it. Well, the devil got in. No, he didn't. You turned the TV on.
Yeah.
He didn't get on him. You had that song playing.
Yep.
Right.
Right. Right.
The devil didn't. You turned it on. What you about to say?
Manifest.
You manifested it.
Yep.
The only way for anything to manifest is by your hand.
By your hands.
Yep.
Your hands.
Yep.
Gather.
Yep.
Gather. They got another little show I was watching, little kid show. The woman got a little woman on there talking about she non-binary or something. I thought we got turned off. For what? Like what? I don't want to teach my child that.
Right.
I don't want her to know that. So I don't even have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Why would I turn it on to practical, bro? It's practical. I wasn't even trying to get on that. It's just it's the practicality of a thing.
Right.
Even that conversation is a very practical conversation.
Yeah.
But we won't hear it. So there's a direct connect between your practical and your miracle.
Yep.
You get it? But you have to do the practical thing that is in front of you. You have to do the practical instruction that you're given. You have to do the thing. Even the idea of getting instructions from God. You got to receive a word from God to get instruction. What did you do with the last thing?
Right.
I be hearing people talking about they want a word from the Lord, and we need y'all know, man, another word from the Lord, and they need
Just one word.
and they need a new word, but you're not. The word was made flesh and dwelt among you.
Right.
You are the word.
You're not even listening to Jesus' red words. RedIn30. You're not even listening to those simple ones. Sue you for your coat, give me a cloak also.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Go a mile and go. You're not even doing
Right.
the written ones, and you want a revelation. You want what is it? You want a rhema word. You want a live word from God, not even knowing that you are the live word from God. If you would do the practical things,
Just do the practical stuff.
I just told you to put the seed in the ground. That's it. I didn't ask you to make it grow.
Right.
You couldn't if you wanted to.
Right.
That too.
Ain't that crazy?
Yep.
It's the simplicity of a thing. I fear. Paul said this. I fear, lest he said something about that. I'm afraid that through subtlety, right, the subtlety of the serpent, like the subtlety, you'll be deceived from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Yeah.
It's subtle. You know how it's subtle? Because you want to be comfortable. It's subtle because you want to do all the things. And the culture says this. And then they promote the miraculous. They promote the magic. Right. They promote all that stuff. The same, they're going to be mad with me when I'm about to say this, but I do not care.
Get them.
I'm glad that we're talking about Jesus in this way.
Yeah.
I even said this today. Jesus walked on water.
Right.
But he walked.
Yep.
He didn't float across. That boy had to use his feet and step out on that water. Walk. And I prove it because when Peter said, "Let me come to you," he had to step on the water.
Yep.
He had to. So whatever the distance was from the bank to where the boat was, he walked.
Right.
Why he just be like, "Hey"? Why is that? It's practicality.
Right.
It's practicality. And I'm glad that we're talking about it and tying the practical to the miracle.
Yeah.
And showing that it's right there in your hands. I'm glad that conversation is going on because, the delusional concept of miraculous, they go on that side of it and don't look at the practical thing. That's just like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That's just like David Blaine. That's just like all the other magic. That's just like Marvel, the movies and TV shows. That's just like all the other extravagant, out of the ordinary stuff that there's no way for it to happen.
Right.
That's the same thing. So they make Jesus and his functioning looks the same way when in actuality, there's a practical seed that you got to put in a practical ground to get a practical harvest, and it's going to be practical multiplication, and you repeat.
Yep.
You rinse and repeat. So now for us, in the things that we have, what do you have in your hands? And are you doing the practical? Are you diligent with what you have in your hands?
Right.
Right?
No question.
Because this is where the miraculous or whatever you talking about, all that, this is where it comes from. I know he an on-time God. I know God is good all the time, but I also know he's a practical God. And he's practical and he's trying to make you practice because it's the only way that you begin to live his character and be like him is when you begin to do the practical things.
Right. I think too, I just thought about this. Jesus walking. It's just a random thought. But if he didn't walk, he wouldn't walk all the other places throughout the Gospels.
He could have been. You saying he could have been?
Yeah, like if he just been,
transported.
Yeah, transported
with quotations.
Yeah, like he just would have just appeared on the boat. He would just appear in each city.
But why? So why doesn't he do this? Because he's showing the practicality of man.
Right.
It is. He would call himself the Son of Man and the Son of God. He's connecting the godness in man's skin. Mm-hmm. He's telling you how powerful you are, even though you're regular.
Right.
See, like you're regular power.
Right.
You're regularly powerful, and you don't even get when those things connect. Mm-hmm. Right. And he did teleport. They said when he got to the boat, then immediately with his other side, he took the boat and teleported the whole thing with everybody in there. Mm-hmm. But not before he came walking, because I'm not trying to skip steps.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Because levels to it.
It's levels to it, and because what is your thoughts, your words, and your steps? Mm-hmm. Let me manifest, right?
Yeah.
Because if I skip steps, then you don't know that you can step.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
You remember he catches Peter. Peter looks around. Looks around and starts drowning. Starts going down. Right. Then he catches him and save him. But if I save him first, if I just say, "Yeah, Peter, come on," and then he comes carry him to the ship, then Peter never knows he can step.
If you skip thoughts.
If you skip thoughts.
You never know you can think.
If you skip thoughts, you never know how to think. Never know that you can think and how to.
Let his mind be in you.
Do you understand? Right? If I skip words, then you never see what I'm explaining. Who do men say that I am? If I skip that, you don't understand what I mean when I say deny yourself. Mm-hmm. You don't even understand how I'm explaining to you how they're going to take me, kill me, and do this. I'm going to get up on the third day.
Right.
What you mean you're going to get up on the third? Y'all don't know what that is. It's practical. You get it? It's very look. Someone got mad with me. Jesus was a dirt foot.
Yeah.
He had to go to the house and had to wash his feet.
Yeah, right.
Why didn't he walk in the supernatural power and the spirit of God put a supernatural coat on his feet? Put a supernatural coat on Jesus' feet, so even though he walked through the dirt, none of the dirt touched his feet, because holy are the feet. Mm-hmm. Blessed are the feet of those that spread the gospel. That's what the scriptures say. Right. I'm not even making fun of it. So why didn't they put a supernatural coat on his feet?
Right.
Because it's not practical.
Yep.
Sometimes dirt was good for your feet. Grounding.
Uh-oh.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we're missing out. We're actually missing what the miracle really is.
Yeah.
We're missing what the miracle. We're missing who the miracle really is. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you said we're missing who the miracle really is because we won't be practical. It's RedIn30, guys. It's RedIn30. This is RedIn30.
Keep it practical.
Keep it practical. What song this is we got into here? I don't even remember. Gone. I'm here, but I'm gone.
You say you don't really wanna. I say I don't wanna either, but I gotta be. I be popping melatonin.
Back on. My old lady in the other room eavesdropping on the pause. And she texted me just now. She listening. She said this. This is dope. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. She said the fact that he was sleeping in the boat the other time.
In pieces still?
Yeah. Was it scream? She literally said this is screaming practical.
Yeah.
He sleep. Mm-hmm. Why he sleeping? You know, Jesus. You don't need to get no. He sleep. That's screaming. It's practical. This is what the thing do. Oh, we going on a trip? Cool. I'm gonna take a nap. I sleep every time I fly. Every time I fly somewhere on a plane flight, I go to sleep. I give my chance to get that nap in. Right? It screams practical because this is what we do. What we do when we tired? What we do?
Sleep.
Oh, go to sleep.
Oh, at the well, I think it's Seraphini woman, right? They say he was weary. He was thirsty. He wanted some water.
So give me some water.
Yeah.
What? Why does it got? And then the what?
RedIn30.
This is RedIn30, guys. This is RedIn30. Play the song, golly.
Calling out, you're not helping me. I was cool with you finessing me. All I gave was the best of me. All my love is the recipe. Holding back was a remedy. All the pain that was killing me. All I gave was the best of me. Cause all my love is the recipe. You should've known that was no fun.